Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn what is algorithms. Do you know what is algorithms? Have you ever heard the word algorithm? An algorithm is a set of well-defined instructions in sequence to solve a problem. Step-by-step instruction set are executed by the computers. Okay. So let me give you the example first. Okay. Suppose your friend has told you some family problem, okay, and he is asking some critical problem he told you, and you are telling him a solution, okay, and you are telling him a solution in such a way that his problem will be solved, isn't it? Means you are giving him some instructions, and only you are giving the instructions, and that execution is done by again that friend. Okay, means problem is also told by the friend and execution is also done by the friend, but you are the mediator who give him a solution likewise. Okay, so what is algorithm? If you given a input, a set of rules to obtain a expected output from the given input is nothing but the algorithm, and you get the output. Let me give you here again another example. Suppose a person is there and he has opened a new shop, and now he require any software for his shop. Okay, now he come to the web developer and describing the software how he want. Okay, he is telling like, I want this, if I press this button, I should have to do this. Now I should get this. Now the bill should be printed by in such a way that, okay, means he is describing his software that he want. Okay, now web developer is before starting the application, web developer is deciding which platform should be there, which application should be used to write the code, and how exactly the problem should be solved. That step by step declaration is nothing but the algorithm. Okay, so any real world problem will have more than one solution, isn't it? If a friend told you the family problem which is very critical, I will give him another solution, you will give him another solution, Tanya will give him another solution, Faraz will give him another solution. Likewise, means there may be the different solution. I am suggesting him to do this, another is suggesting to do this. Now the person, that friend who is in trouble, is the decider who is going to decide that who should be listen. Okay, so likewise for any of the real world problem there may be more than one solution. So there are solution. If there are solution, there are the algorithm. If he is suggesting some solution, there is some algorithm to execute his thoughts. If the third solution by third friend is there, so he is also executing or giving some instructions. If the fourth friend is telling something, so there is a separate algorithm from that particular friend. Likewise, if the solution is there, algorithm is there. If the solution is there, algorithm. Now out of these all solution, which is the good solution? Tell me, which is the good solution? For this you have to decide that which is the feasible algorithm for you with respect to time, with respect to space, with respect to speed. Now now here come to the data structure. Okay, for data structure your program should be how? It should be fast to run, speed, it should be take less memory. Okay, it should be take less memory. Likewise, now you have to analyze this algorithm, and after analyzing every algorithm you are going to decide which is the best algorithm. Okay, means for a single problem, for a first problem only, you have this much of solution. Now among all these four, which one should be chosen? That is going to be decided on the base of analyze of the algorithm. You are going to analyze the algorithm to find which is the best algorithm. Okay. Suppose the problem is to count the number of people around you. Okay, you are just sitting in public place and now you are counting the people around you. Okay, now how you are counting? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 up to and so on and forth. Okay, you are just counting and counting and counting. Okay, fine. For this particular, you are using the word like pseudocode. Write a program. If you don't know the program, write an algorithm. If you don't know the program and algorithm, write a pseudocode. Pseudo means what? The dictionary meaning of pseudo is reassembling, and the code is nothing but any programming language. Okay, pseudo means assembling anything, and code means a programming language. Fine. Now suppose a pseudocode is like, if I am writing for this particular problem, problem is you have to count the people around you, and yes, you are just started. Okay, so this is not the thing like if 1000 people are there and you are just counting like a silly man, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So this is not the way. If the thousands and other many peoples, a bunch of people is present, so in that case what exactly happening? I am using the pseudocode. Okay, so pseudocode is what? Let's start with the n is equal to 0. Take n variable, initialize it as a 0. For each person in a room or each person around you, you have to do what? N plus 1. Means 0 plus 1 is the first person, 1 plus 1 is the second person, 1 plus 2 is the third person. Likewise, you have to just increment the n number by 1 if you come up with any person. Okay, now n is equal to 2. If suppose you are initializing n is equal to 0, so it is starting from 1 2 3 4 5 6. If you initialize your n is equal to 2, then how it is going to be count? 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 18 and so forth. Okay, for this n is equal to 2, if you have to count 2 people at a time, then how the pseudocode is like? N is equal to 0 for each person in a room. Set n is equal to n plus 2, means you are incrementing your n by 2. Some people will suggest you to count one person at a time. I am going to suggest you like count 2 people at a time. Okay, now you decide that which is the feasible program for you, to counting 1 people at a time or to counting 2 people at a time. So this is the analyzation of the algorithm. But what if there are 3 people in the room? Means if you are suggesting count 1 at a time and I am suggesting 2 at a time, if I count for these 3, if I count 2, then I am not getting the next pair for 2. So what happened? I get an answer like 4 or 2. All are wrong. So for this you are going to now, it is totally depend on your problem. Okay, if only 3 peoples are there and you are executing the program, then take 1 people at a time for counting is best solution. If there are correct 1000 people, so 2 people at a time, 4 people at a time, bunch of 4 people at a time is feasible solution. Okay, so it is totally depend on your what? Problem, how the situation of your problem is there. So if 1 person remains, like this is the pseudocode. Okay, this is the pseudocode for n is equal to, if the 3 peoples are there in the room, if n is equal to 0 for each person in a room, count by 2. If 1 person remains, set n is equal to n plus 1. This one is the best solution. If you are considering one at a time 2 person for counting, this is the best solution. If you are counting 2 people at a time, 2 people, and if 1 people remaining, do this bottom line. Okay, do this line, follow this line. So this is the solution. Okay, so if you are suggesting something to anyone, okay, means like for writing the program, any software developer, if you are suggesting your algorithm, that which quality it should carry with it. Okay, so qualities of good algorithm should be input and output should be defined precisely. Each step in an algorithm should be clear and unambiguous, without any confusion. Unambiguous means an algorithm should be more effective among many different ways to solve any of the problem. An algorithm should not include computer code. Algorithm is always English language code. In algorithm you can use some mathematical steps like n is equal to 0 whatever, but it is totally a English statements. Algorithm should not include a computer code. Instead, algorithm should be written in such a way that it can be used in different programming language. Your algorithm should be usable for any of the programming language. You have to write the code in such a way that. So these are the short qualities like finiteness, precisely defined, input, output, effectiveness, unambiguousness, correct and clear. So these are, I am giving you now some of the example of exactly how the algorithm looks like. So algorithm to add the two numbers, to find the largest number among the three numbers, find the root of the quadratic equation, factorial, Fibonacci. So these are the there are many algorithm examples. Some of them I am taking here. So this is the example of an algorithm that write an algorithm to add the two numbers entered by the user. Means user are giving the input here, two numbers, and you have to show on your screen just addition of two numbers. Okay, so this is the program. Now this program you have to always start with like this. Start, your first step should be start and your last step should be stop, always. Fine, remember this thing. Now these are the important steps in between 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are very important steps. So first thing is what? Declare a number. Number 1, number 2 and sum. Number 1 and number 2 is given by the user. You have to just sum it and show onto the screen. This is your program. Fine. Now read the values num1 and num2. I am reading that values. Add num1 and num2 and assign the result to sum. Means sum is equal to first number plus second numbers and display the sum. Fine. This is the algorithm. Now this algorithm is in such a way that which is finite, very short, and you can write now this program in Java language, in C language, in C sharp, any language, in Python you can write this code. So you can see these are the English simple statement. Okay, find some mathematical notation, small notations you can use so that it can be molded in any of the programming language. Likewise, fine. So this is very important. Start and stop, you have to follow this every time. Let's take a next example. So algorithm to find the largest among three different numbers entered by the user. Okay, so here also you can find algorithm is started with the start step and the last step is the stop step. Here what is the algorithm? Largest number among the three number which is entered by the user. Suppose user are now entering, so declare the variable a, b, c, all are going to be entered by the user. Okay, now suppose user is giving the number, so you have to first what? You have to first compare 2, then c is larger. Okay, you have to compare these, otherwise stop. So you can read it very silently that how finitely this algorithm has been written. Okay, so this is the algorithm for finding the bigger number among the three numbers, and this is the algorithm for factorial. You can check out, so simple English statements have given here stepwise instructions they have provided to write a program. From the starting to end they have given instructions to us what exactly we have to do. So for factorial 1, how to repeat, how to read, how which step is to repeat until till I plus n, all instructions are given. Okay, we have to just now use any of the programming language. Have you know what is exactly a factorial? So this is the factorial. Okay, this is the factorial, and you can check out here 0 factorial is 1, 1 factorial. If 2 factorial, okay, look at the 2 factorial. 2 factorial means multiplying the number preceding to it. Okay, 2 multiplied by 1. Okay, now look at the 10 factorial number. Okay, 10 factorial number is how it is going to be calculated, like 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the multiplication of these numbers is nothing but the factorial of number. So exactly for doing this, we are explaining here the steps of algorithm. Okay, now Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series is one another example. So this is the algorithm for showing the Fibonacci series. You can see here. Have you know what? Do you know what is Fibonacci series? So in mathematics, a Fibonacci numbers commonly denoted by f of n for the sequence, and the Fibonacci series is nothing but the sum of two preceding ones. Okay, so at the bottom line you can see 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. So Fibonacci series you can look at preceding to 0, all zeros are there. So 0 plus 0 are zeros. Now 0, 1. So preceding to 1, all are two numbers, like 0 plus 1, so it is 1. Now next one, second number 1, so 0 plus 1 is again 1, so that's why there is 1. Now for 2, 1 plus 1 is 2, that's why there is 2. Now look at the 3, preceding to 3 number 1, 2 is there, so 1 plus 2 is 3, so that's why the 3 is there in the series. Now look at the 21. So before 21, 8 plus 13 is there. So that's why the sum 21 is there into the series. So this is the Fibonacci series. So this is the stepwise declaration of the Fibonacci series, that how the Fibonacci series should be implemented in such a way that it is feasible. Okay. Now which is the feasible algorithm? How you are going to decide? So for analysis of any algorithm, like in previous slide we have seen 4 solutions are there, 4 algorithms are there. So which is good algorithm among all of that 4, you have to analyze it. Okay, so for that the very important topic in your syllabus come, that is analysis of algorithms. Okay, so the goal of analysis of algorithm is to compare the algorithm mainly in terms of running time, but also in terms of the factor like memory, efforts, etc. Your algorithm is going to be analyzed on the base of which factors? How it is going to take running time, its speed, its memory space, its efforts user have to take over it. After that its total amount of that application storage, like if any application is of 2 MB, another applications are like 5 GB, so it is very bulk software, very huge software, so your software should be take less memory. Likewise, so for this on the base of which rate you are going to analyze the algorithm for that particular, this is the function which is called as a rate of growth function. Okay, so how the rate of growth function is calculating here? The rate at which running time increases, the function input is called as rate of growth. So type of analysis. Okay, so you are doing the analysis of all the algorithms. So in terms of what you are going to analyze your algorithm? Your algorithm is worst case algorithm, average case, best case. So you are like if you are asking your friend how is my algorithm, so your friend is like it's better, 50-50, so it is average. Okay, if you ask the friend like how is my algorithm, so it very bad, it means it is worst case algorithm. If you analyze the algorithm and your friend reply like this, it's a one of the best algorithm, so it is a best case type of algorithm. Okay, so these 3 analysis of the given algorithm, we need to know on what input algorithm is taking less time, on what input algorithm is taking huge time, is called as On the so analysis of time has been done in these three categories: worst case, average case, and best case. Okay, so this is the slide showing you the shots that what should be the characteristic carried by any algorithm. So it is well defined, clear and ambiguous, language dependent, feasible, finiteness, and well defined outputs. So now you know very well what is exactly a data structure, and for preparing a data structure we are constructing the algorithms. So this is the difference on your screen. Data structure is a programmer, a data structure to define a data organization and the permitted operations on the data. A program implements an algorithm. An algorithm is, it can be defined by step-by-step procedure by defining a set of a program statement to be executed in a specific order to get what? Desired output. And here we end with the video. Thank you, students. Bye-bye.